What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most revolutionary electric vehicles on the market, the Tesla Model 3. This isn't just any car review. We're going to cover everything, from performance and technology to real-world ownership experience. Whether you're thinking about making the switch to electric or you're just curious about what makes this car so special, stick around because this is going to be comprehensive. Let's get started. Let's start with what immediately catches your eye: the exterior design. The Model 3, especially with the recent Highland refresh, represents Tesla's minimalist design philosophy taken to perfection. And I've got to say, it looks absolutely stunning in person. Up front, we have this sleek, almost aggressive face. There's no traditional grille because, well, there's no engine that needs cooling. Instead, you get this smooth, aerodynamic front end that contributes to the car's impressive 0.219 drag coefficient, one of the lowest of any production car. The headlights are these thin, modern LED units that look futuristic, especially at night. The side profile is where the Model 3 really shines. It's got these beautiful, flowing lines that give it a sporty yet elegant stance. The flush door handles pop out when you approach with your phone or keycard. It's one of those little touches that makes you feel like you're living in the future. The 18-inch aero wheels on the base model are designed for maximum efficiency, but if you want something sportier, the 19-inch upper turbine wheels on the performance variant look absolutely phenomenal. Around the back, the redesigned taillights stretch across the entire width of the car, giving it a modern, cohesive look. The subtle ducktail spoiler isn't just for show. It actually helps with aerodynamics and high-speed stability. And notice there's no exhaust pipes, because again, this is 100% electric. The overall design language is clean, minimal, and timeless. This car won't look dated in 5 or 10 years, which is incredibly important when you're making a significant investment. Now let's step inside, and this is where Tesla has really upped their game with the Highland refresh. The first thing you notice is just how open and airy this cabin feels. The glass roof extends from the front windshield all the way to the back, giving rear passengers an incredible view of the sky. It's tinted to protect from UV rays and heat, so you don't feel like you're sitting in a greenhouse. The centerpiece of the interior is this massive 15.4-inch touchscreen. And I mean massive, it dominates the dashboard. This is your control center for everything: climate control, navigation, entertainment, vehicle settings, you name it. Some people love this minimalist approach, others miss physical buttons. Personally, after a week with the car, I found myself adapting pretty quickly. The interface is intuitive, responsive, and honestly, it's one of the best infotainment systems I've used. The steering wheel has been redesigned with capacitive buttons and scroll wheels. You've got force feedback haptic controls that give you tactile feedback. Left scroll wheel controls volume and media. Right one handles autopilot settings and voice commands. It takes a bit of getting used to, but once you do, it's actually very convenient. Let's talk about materials and build quality. This is an area where Tesla has received criticism in the past, but I'm happy to report significant improvements. The soft-touch materials on the dashboard feel premium. The seats are upholstered in either synthetic leather, or you can upgrade to genuine leather. They're comfortable, supportive, and heated in the front as standard. Panel gaps and build quality have improved dramatically. Gone are the days of inconsistent quality control. The car I'm reviewing has tight, even panel gaps throughout. The doors close with a solid, premium thunk. It genuinely feels like a $40,000 plus car inside. Hopping in the back, you've got decent legroom for adults. I'm about 6 feet tall, and with the driver's seat set to my position, I can sit behind myself reasonably comfortably. Headroom is excellent thanks to that glass roof. There are heated rear seats, USB-C charging ports, and your own climate vents. The middle seat is a bit firm, but overall, this is a comfortable place to spend time. Storage is impressive. The trunk offers 23 cubic feet of space, and there's additional storage under the floor. Plus, you get a front trunk or frunk, which gives you another 3.1 cubic feet. Perfect for charging cables, groceries, or a small carry-on bag. Now let's dive into the technology because this is where the Model 3 absolutely excels. The infotainment system runs Tesla's proprietary software, and it's incredibly powerful. You've got built-in navigation with real-time traffic updates. But what makes it special is that it integrates with the supercharger network. Plan a long trip, and the car automatically routes you through superchargers, preconditioning the battery for optimal charging speeds. It even tells you how long to charge at each stop. It's brilliant. Entertainment options are extensive. You've got streaming services like Spotify, YouTube, Netflix, and even some games. Yes, you can play video games on this screen while you're parked or charging. There's also a premium audio system that sounds fantastic. Crisp highs, solid bass, great sound staging. Voice control has improved significantly. Just press the right scroll wheel and say what you want. Navigate to Starbucks. Boom, it's routing you there. Set temperature to 72 degrees. Done. It understands natural language pretty well. Let's talk about Autopilot and full self-driving capability. Every Model 3 comes with basic Autopilot as standard, which includes adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist. It's incredibly useful for highway driving and reduces fatigue on long trips. Watch this. I'm going to engage Autopilot. 2 quick pulls down on the right stalk, and you can see the blue steering wheel icon on the screen. The car is now controlling steering, acceleration, and braking. It maintains a safe distance from the car ahead, keeps centered in the lane, and even slows down for curves. It's important to note, you still need to keep your hands on the wheel and pay attention. This isn't fully autonomous driving. For an additional cost, you can add full self-driving capability, which adds features like automatic lane changes, navigate on Autopilot, Auto Park, and Summon. Tesla is constantly improving this through over-the-air updates. Whether it's worth the extra money depends on how much you value these features. The Tesla mobile app is phenomenal. From your phone, you can precondition the climate, check charging status, locate your car, unlock it, and even summon it to come pick you up in a parking lot. It's like having your car in your pocket. One of the coolest things about owning a Tesla is over-the-air updates. Your car literally improves over time. Tesla regularly pushes software updates that add new features, improve performance, or enhance existing capabilities. It's like getting a new car every few months without visiting a dealership. Alright, enough about the tech. Let's talk about how this thing actually drives, because this is where the Model 3 truly shines. The Model 3 comes in 3 variants: rear-wheel drive, long range, and performance. I'm testing the long-range dual-motor all-wheel drive version today. Let me show you what instant electric torque feels like. I'm going to floor it from a stop. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Holy! That is insane. 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. The performance variant does it in just 3.1 seconds. But it's not just the speed, it's the way the power is delivered. Instant, linear, relentless acceleration with absolutely zero lag. There's no gear changes, no turbo lag, just this smooth, violent shove into your seat. It never gets old. This makes highway merging and overtaking effortless. You've got power on tap whenever you need it. It's confidence-inspiring and honestly a bit addictive. The handling is where the Model 3 really surprises people. With the battery pack mounted low in the floor, the center of gravity is incredibly low. This thing corners flat, with minimal body roll. The steering is precise and well-weighted, not overly heavy, not too light, just right. Through these twisty roads, the Model 3 feels planted and composed. The all-wheel drive system distributes power between the front and rear motors for optimal traction. You can really push this car hard, and it rewards you with confidence and stability. Ride quality is surprisingly good. It's firm but not harsh. You feel the road, but it doesn't beat you up. The 18-inch wheels with taller sidewalls provide a more comfortable ride than the 19-inch performance wheels, which are sportier but harsher over rough pavement. Let me talk about regenerative braking because it changes how you drive. When you lift off the accelerator, the motors act as generators, converting kinetic energy back into battery charge while slowing the car down. It's adjustable, but I keep it on standard setting. This enables what Tesla calls one-pedal driving. In most driving situations, you barely need to use the brake pedal. Just modulate the accelerator, press to go, lift to slow or stop. It takes maybe a day to get used to, but once you do, it feels completely natural. And it extends your range by recapturing energy that would otherwise be lost as heat in traditional brakes. Refinement is excellent. With no engine, the cabin is eerily quiet at low speeds. At highway speeds, you hear some wind noise and tire roar, but it's well controlled. The acoustic glass in the windshield helps reduce noise intrusion. You've got different driving modes. Chill mode for relaxed, efficient driving, and standard for full performance. Sport mode in the performance variant sharpens throttle response and steering weight even further. Let's address what's probably the biggest concern for anyone considering an electric car: range and charging. The long-range model I'm testing is EPA rated for 341 miles of range. In real-world driving, mixing highway and city driving with some spirited acceleration, I'm averaging around 300 to 310 miles per charge. That's pretty good, but it varies based on temperature, driving style, and speed. Here's something important to understand about EVs. They're most efficient in city driving and less efficient at highway speeds. Unlike gas cars, EVs don't have to idle, and regenerative braking recaptures energy in stop-and-go traffic. On the highway at 70 to 75 miles per hour, range drops more quickly. Cold weather also impacts range. In freezing temperatures, you might see a 20 to 30% reduction in range. The battery needs to maintain optimal temperature, and heating the cabin draws power. Tesla's heat pump system in newer models helps, but it's still a factor to consider. For most people, 90% of charging happens at home. If you can install a level 2 home charger, which Tesla calls a wall connector, you can add about 44 miles of range per hour of charging. Plug in at night, wake up to a full battery every morning. It's incredibly convenient and cheaper than gasoline. Speaking of cost, charging at home is cheap. Depending on your electricity rates, you're looking at maybe $8 to $12 to fully charge the battery. That's roughly 3 to 4 cents per mile. Compare that to a gas car getting 30 miles per gallon at $3.50 per gallon. That's about 12 cents per mile. The savings add up quickly. For road trips, you've got the Supercharger network. This is Tesla's ace in the hole. With over 50,000 superchargers globally, road tripping in a Tesla is practical and relatively painless. Here's how it works. Pull up to a stall, plug in, and charging starts automatically. The car and charger communicate. No apps, no credit cards required. Billing goes straight to your Tesla account. Charging speeds are impressive. On a V3 supercharger, you can add up to 175 miles of range in just 15 minutes. The peak charging rate is around 250 kilowatts, though it tapers as the battery fills. From 10% to 80% typically takes 25 to 30 minutes. Plan a route through the car's navigation, and it automatically includes supercharger stops. The battery preconditioning feature warms the battery to optimal temperature as you approach, maximizing charging speed. Pro tip: don't charge to 100% unless you need to. For daily driving, Tesla recommends charging to 80 to 90%. This is better for long-term battery health. Save 100% charges for road trips when you need maximum range. You can also use third-party charging networks with an adapter. Tesla recently opened its supercharger network to other EVs in some areas, and you can use CCS chargers with the appropriate adapter, though the supercharger network remains the most reliable and convenient. Let's talk safety, because the Model 3 is one of the safest cars ever tested. It's achieved a 5-star safety rating from both NHTSA and Euro NCAP. Not just overall, but in every single category. In fact, it has the lowest probability of injury of any car NHTSA has ever tested. That's impressive. The rigid battery pack in the floor acts like structural reinforcement, creating an incredibly strong chassis. In side impacts, you're protected by the battery pack. There's no engine to be pushed into the cabin in a frontal collision. Active safety features are comprehensive. Automatic emergency braking, forward collision warning, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, and obstacle-aware acceleration. These systems work seamlessly in the background. There's also Sentry mode, which uses the car's cameras to monitor surroundings when parked. If it detects a threat, it records video and sends you an alert. It's like having a 360-degree security system. As for reliability, Tesla's track record has improved significantly. Early Model 3s had some quality control issues, but recent production cars are much better. The drivetrain is simple. Fewer moving parts than a gas car means less to go wrong. There's no transmission, no oil changes, no spark plugs. Battery degradation is minimal. Most Model 3s retain over 90% of battery capacity after 200,000 miles. Tesla warranties the battery and drive unit for 8 years or 120,000 miles on the RWD, and 120,000 miles on the long range and performance variants. Service intervals are minimal, basically just tire rotations, brake fluid, and cabin air filter replacements. Brakes last longer due to regenerative braking doing most of the work. You arrive at work or home with more energy because the car did a lot of the work. Road trips are more involved than gas cars. You need to plan charging stops, which adds 30 to 45 minutes to long journeys every few hundred miles. However, the supercharger network makes this manageable. Use the charging time to grab food, stretch, use the restroom. It becomes part of the journey rather than an inconvenience. Winter driving is excellent thanks to AWD and instant torque. However, you need to account for reduced range. Precondition the cabin while still plugged in to save battery power. Some quirks. The indicator stalk is on the left instead of the right like most modern cars. Easy to adjust to, but worth mentioning. The touchscreen can be distracting at first. You'll need time to learn where everything is. There's no instrument cluster directly in front of you. All information is on the center screen. Some love this, others prefer traditional gauges. The buying experience is different. It's all done online or at Tesla stores, not traditional dealerships. You configure your car on the website, place your order, and arrange delivery. No haggling, no pressure sales tactics. It's refreshing, though some people miss the ability to negotiate. Service is handled through the app. Many issues can be diagnosed and sometimes fixed remotely. For physical service, mobile service can come to you for minor repairs, or you visit a service center. Some people love this approach, others miss traditional dealer service departments. That there's a strong Tesla owner community. Forums, social media groups, and local Tesla clubs provide support, tips, and camaraderie. It's like joining a club when you buy one. How does the Model 3 stack up against competitors? The BMW i4 offers similar range and performance, with a more traditional luxury feel. It's got a proper instrument cluster and more conventional controls. However, the tech isn't as advanced, and charging infrastructure isn't as robust without access to superchargers. Though this is changing as Tesla opens its network. The Polestar 2 is stylish and well-built with a premium interior. It's slightly less efficient and has less range than the Model 3. Charging speeds are good but not quite supercharger level. The Mercedes EQE offers incredible luxury and refinement. It's more expensive though, and the tech experience, while good, doesn't match Tesla's ecosystem. The Hyundai Ioniq 6 is a value proposition with great range and fast charging. It undercuts the Model 3 on price, while offering similar real-world capability. However, it lacks the performance edge and tech sophistication. What sets the Model 3 apart? The supercharger network is unmatched, the tech integration is the best in the business, over-the-air updates keep the car fresh, and the performance-to-price ratio is outstanding. The long range offers BMW M3, rivaling acceleration for $20,000 less. Let's summarize with the pros and cons. Number 1. Performance is exhilarating. Instant torque, impressive handling, and genuinely fun to drive. 2. Technology integration is industry-leading. The infotainment, Autopilot, mobile app, and OTA updates create an ecosystem that competitors can't match. 3. Efficiency and range are excellent. 300+ real-world miles means no range anxiety for daily use. 4. The supercharger network makes long-distance travel practical and relatively convenient. 5. Low operating costs. Minimal maintenance, cheap fuel, and strong resale values make ownership affordable. 6. Safety is top tier. 5-star ratings across the board with comprehensive active safety features. 7. Environmental impact. 0 tailpipe emissions and increasingly charged by renewable energy. 1. Build quality, while improved, still shows occasional inconsistencies. Panel gaps and fit and finish don't always match premium gas cars. 2. The minimalist interior won't appeal to everyone. Some people want physical buttons and traditional controls. 3. Ride quality on the performance variant with 19-inch wheels can be harsh on rough roads. 4. Road trips require more planning and time than gas cars. Charging stops add duration to long journeys. 5. Cold weather significantly impacts range. Plan accordingly in winter climates. 6. The service network, while improving, isn't as extensive as traditional manufacturers. Wait times can be long in some areas. 7. Tesla's pricing strategy can be frustrating. They adjust prices frequently, which can affect both new and used values. So, final verdict time. Should you buy a Tesla Model 3 in 2026? Here's my honest take. The Model 3 is a remarkable car that represents the future of transportation. It's not just an electric car. It's a complete rethinking of what a car can be. You should buy a Model 3 if you want cutting-edge technology, care about environmental impact, can charge at home or have reliable access to charging, and appreciate instant acceleration and responsive handling. If you do more than 90% of your driving within 200 miles of home, and can use the Supercharger network for occasional road trips, this car will work beautifully for you. You might want to wait or consider alternatives if you can't install home charging and don't have convenient access to public charging. Regularly drive more than 300 miles without charging opportunities. Live in an extremely cold climate where range loss is a significant concern. Or strongly prefer traditional luxury car amenities and conventional controls. Compared to competitors, the Model 3 offers the best combination of technology, performance, range, and charging infrastructure. The BMW i4 is more refined, the Mercedes EQE more luxurious, but neither matches the complete package Tesla offers. Looking ahead, owning a Model 3 means you're investing in a platform that improves over time. Your car will literally get better through software updates. Features that don't exist today might be added next month. That's unprecedented in the automotive industry. At around $48,000 for the long range. Is it worth it? I think so. The total cost of ownership is competitive with premium gas sedans. You get supercar-level acceleration, cutting-edge tech, minimal operating costs, and the satisfaction of driving electric. That if I were spending my own money, would I buy one? Yes. The long-range model specifically offers the sweet spot of range, performance, and value. It's the version I'd recommend to most people. The Model 3 isn't perfect. No car is. But it's a glimpse into the automotive future. And that future is exciting, efficient, and surprisingly fun to drive. The electric revolution is here, and the Model 3 is leading the charge, pun intended. And that's my complete review of the 2026 Tesla Model 3. I hope this gave you a comprehensive look at what it's like to own and drive this car. What do you think? Are you considering making the switch to electric? Already own a Model 3? Drop your thoughts and questions in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'll respond to as many as I can. If you found this review helpful, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got more EV reviews, comparisons, and automotive content coming your way. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay charged.